Dear students, today we are going to discuss about colligative properties. Myself Dr. M. Keshavulu, Assistant Professor of Chemistry, Avanti Degree and PG College, Hyderabad. So, before going to know the colligative property, so we have to know the solution. So, how the solution is made up? So, solvent is mixed with solute which can form a solution. In that solution, a major component is the solvent and minor component is the solute. So, when a minor component is mixed with a major component which forms a solution, and what are the properties of this solution, so that we are going to describe in this chapter. When a solute is addition to the solvent which forms a solution. So, is that solution consisting what are the properties? So, like one of the properties is the vapor pressure. So, with the help of vapor pressure, so we are going to discuss about the properties of the colligative properties of the liquid solutions. So, then colligative property is a property of a solution that is dependent on the ratio between the total number of solute particles to the total number of solvent particles. So, whenever solute particles are addition to the solvent which forms a solution, so the concentration of the solution can be expressed in terms of mole fractions. Mole fraction is nothing but the ratio of number of moles of a particular component to the total number of components present in the solution. Then these colligative properties are not dependent on the chemical nature of these solutions components like solvent and solute. Thus, colligative properties can be linked to several quantities that express the concentration of a solution, such as molarity, normality and molality. What is molarity? Means the number of moles of solute particles are present in 1 liter solution. So, that is known as molarity, which can be denoted with M and it is defined as N by V. Coming to the part of normality, the number of gram equivalents of solute is present in 1 liter solution is indicated with normality. And molality. So, this is the molality, the number of moles of solute is dissolved in 1 kg of solvent, which is quite different from the molarity and normality, that is known as molality. So, these are the properties or expressed concentration of the solutions. Then, so there are 4 colligative properties, so that exhibited by a solution, which are a lowering of vapor pressure, then elevation of boiling point, depression in freezing point and osmotic pressure. So, that means these all are colligative properties. These colligative properties are depends on number of moles of solute will be present in the solution, and also colligative properties are depends on nature of the solvent. So, which is independent on nature of the solute, but dependent on the nature of the solvent. So, and also dependent on number of moles of solute which will be dissolved in a particular amount of solvent which forms a solution. So, then so one of the property vapor pressure we have discussed. So, what is the vapor pressure? If we simply consider one solvent, so if we provide temperature to that solvent, that liquid solvent becomes vaporized with the help of temperature. So, when the liquid is equilibrium with vapors, means by the application of temperature, rate of vaporization, how many number of liquid molecules are converted into the vapors, that is equal with at the same time as the temperature decreases, that vapor pressures are converted into the liquids, that is denoted with rate of condensation. So, at what temperature the rate of evaporation is equal with the rate of condensation. Such condition is known as equilibrium condition. During that equilibrium condition, liquids are equilibrium with vapors. How many number of particles or molecules are present in vapor state? So, those molecules exerted pressure is known as vapor pressure. So, simply the vapor pressure the pressure exerted by the vapors. So, these molecules are present in the vapor phase over the surface area of the liquid at equilibrium at a given temperature is known as vapor pressure of the liquids. With the help of this vapor pressure, we have to apply some chemical laws to the solutions. That is, one of the law is Raoult's law. So, what is the Raoult's law means? Whenever a non-volatile solute is addition to the solvent which forms a solution, non-volatile solute is added to the solvent which forms a solution. So, during that addition of solute to the solvent, so what is the total vapor pressure of the solution? How it should be related with a partial vapor pressure of the solvent and a partial vapor pressure of the solute. So, therefore, by the addition of a non-volatile solute to the solvent in which the partial vapor pressure of the solvent is equals to pure vapor pressure of the solvent is multiplied with its mole fraction. So, similarly, in case of a solute is also volatile in nature, the partial vapor pressure of the solute is equal to its pure vapor pressure of solute multiplied with its mole fraction. So, therefore, Raoult's law states that a solvent's partial vapor pressure in a solution is equal or identical to the vapor pressure of the pure solvent multiplied with its mole fraction. So, that is denoted with the equation. If the solvent is denoted with A, Pa is equals to Xa into Pa naught. So, here Pa is equals to Xa into Pa naught, this is the Raoult's law. And also where Xa is the mole fraction. So, the mole fraction of solvent can be defined as the number of moles of solvent divided by total number of moles of solution, which is consisting number of moles of solute and number of moles of solvent. So, the vapor pressure of solvent is directly proportional to its mole fraction. This is the Raoult's law. So, here one more thing, if a non-volatile solute is addition to the solvent, the total vapor pressure of the solution is equals to the partial vapor pressure of the solvent only, because of the non-volatile nature of solute. So, this Raoult's law is applicable for the solutions. When the Raoult's law is applicable for the solutions, so we are getting 4 colligative properties. This entire colligative properties are depends on only the number of moles of solute. How many number of moles of solute is dissolved in a solvent. So, with respect to that number, so there is a development of a colligative property. So, in which one of the colligative property is the lowering of vapor pressure, So, the name itself indicate vapor pressure is decreasing. When the vapor pressure is decreasing, we have to see. See, if we consider a pure solvent, by the addition of solute, what type of solute in nature means? Non-volatile nature solute. A non-volatile nature solute is addition to the pure solvent which forms a solution. So, initially pure solvent is vaporized and maintain a equilibrium with its vapors. At that time, that vapor molecules exerted pressure is known as pure vapor pressure of the solvent. So, when a solute is addition to the solvent which forms a solution. So, in that solution the solute is non-volatile in nature. Therefore, the number of vapors molecules will be decreased in case of solution. compared to the pure solvent. This decreasing in the vapor pressure is known as lowering of vapor pressure. And also when a non-volatile solute is added to the solvent, the vapor pressure of the solution is decreases. So, due to decreasing the number of vapor particles in the solution, that is with the help of non-volatile nature of the solute. Therefore, that lowering of vapor pressure delta P is denoted as delta P is equals to P naught minus P, where P naught is the vapor pressure of the pure solvent and P is the vapor pressure of the solution. So, now we have to define the term, that is RLVP. RLVP nothing but relative lowering of vapor pressure. So, the relative lowering of vapor pressure is directly proportional to the mole fraction of the solute. The ratio of lowering of vapor pressure to that of vapor pressure of the pure solvent, that is delta P by P naught, that is known as relative lowering of vapor pressure. So, therefore, we can get P naught minus P by P naught. This relative lowering of vapor pressure or lowering of vapor pressure is directly proportional to the mole fraction of this solute. With the help of that mole fraction of the solute, we can get the molar mass of the solute, how much amount of a non-volatile solute is addition to this solvent which forms a solution, how the vapor pressure of the solution becomes varying, that can be measured with the help of relation between the molar mass of the solute and relative lowering of vapor pressure. So, then we have to see the determination of molecular weight by lowering of vapor pressure. So, whenever some amount of non-volatile solute is dissolved in a minimum amount of solvent which forms a solution. So, whenever we are adding some number of moles of solute to the number of moles of solvent, we can get the mole fraction of the solute as well as mole fraction of the solvent. So, what is the mole fraction of the solute means the number of moles of solute divided with total number of moles of solution. The total number of moles of solution consisting number of moles of solute and number of moles of solvent. Therefore, the relative lowering of vapor pressure is directly proportional to mole fraction of the solute. So, that becomes number of moles of solute divided by total number of moles of solution. So, that is denoted with P minus Ps divided by P, where P is the pure vapor pressure and Ps is the solution's vapor pressure, which is equals to number of moles is always denoted with weight by molecular weight. Number of moles of any component, that can be denoted with weight divided by its molecular weight. So, that we have to apply for the solute and as well as solvent. For solute denoted with small w by small m divided by for solvent capital W by capital M plus small w by small m, that is the overall solution number of moles. But in case of very diluted solutions, so the almost solute is negligible in denominator, because denominator is consisting solvent plus solute. So, solvent is the major component, but solute is the minor component. Compared to the big value, a small value can be neglected, that is in denominator only. So, therefore, we can get the equation of P minus Ps by P is equals to W small w into capital M divided by small m into capital W. So, with the help of this equation, we are going to determine the molecular weight of solute by relative lowering of vapor pressure method. So, this is the one of the colligative property. So, which is related to the how the vapor pressure of the solution is decreases by the addition of a non-volatile solute to the solvent, and how the molecular weight of that solute can be measured with the help of applying of relative lowering of vapor pressure. Then coming to the part of elevation of boiling point. Elevation of boiling point is also one of the colligative property, The name itself indicate elevation, that means there is a enhancement of the temperature. Boiling point means temperature. What is the boiling point? First we have to know, then how it should be increasing for the solutions, then how we have to apply a elevation of boiling point concept to the solutions. Boiling point means any liquid solution we have to take, simply boil the liquid, that becomes converted into the vapors. At what temperature the liquid becomes converted into the vapors? So, that will be helpful to denote that the vapor pressure of the liquid is equals to atmospheric vapor pressure. That means, atmosphere having some vapor pressure, atmosphere consisting many number of gases. So, those gases exerted pressure is known as atmospheric pressure. So, then our liquid also becomes vaporized, means that molecule will be entered into the environment. So, the vapor pressure of the liquid at what temperature the vapor pressure of the liquid is equal with atmospheric vapor pressure, which is known as boiling point of that particular liquid. For example, water molecule boiling point is 100 degree centigrade. So, as we increasing the temperature of the water up to 100, that water becomes converted into the vapors. So, those vapors exerted pressure is equals to its atmospheric pressure. So, therefore, that particular temperature is known as what? Boiling point of that particular liquid. So, now coming to the part of our concept, how it becomes elevated. That means, so we have one liquid solution that is treated as the solvent. So, then a non-volatile solute is addition to the solvent. When a non-volatile solute is addition to the solvent, which forms a solution, the solute plus solvent which forms a solution, in which solution the temperature of the solution, means the boiling point of the solution will be increasing because of non-volatile nature of the solute particles. Those solute particles are occupied the surface area of the liquid, therefore, which are helpful to do not easily vaporized of the solution. That means, more temperature is required to get the vaporization of the solution. So, initially solvent boiling point is denoted with dB, then solution boiling point is denoted with T. So, that difference between the solution boiling point and solvent boiling point is known as elevation of boiling point. So, for example, water boiling point is the 100 degree centigrade. So, when we have to add a little amount of oil to the water, so that oil is occupied the surface area of the water, therefore, at that time the boiling point of water becomes increases. So, not 100 degrees, more than 100 degrees, that may be, so 105 to 110 degrees. So, initially pure water 100 will be there, now it is 110. So, that difference will be there, 110 minus 100, that becomes 10 degrees centigrade. So, that is the elevation of boiling point. So, that is generally for liquid solutions like water. So, like whatever is the liquid solution, we have to apply when a non-volatile solute is addition to the solvent, the solution boiling point will be increases. So, therefore, the difference between the solution boiling point and pure solvent boiling point, that is known as elevation of boiling point. If we see the graphs plots of this AB and CD, so vapor pressure curves between the temperature and vapor pressure. So, here for X is the pure solvent, so here the boiling point is TB. So, when we add a non-volatile solute to the solvent which forms a solution, so therefore, at Y point we are getting the boiling point, so that is increasing the boiling point of the solution. Compared to the solvent, solution boiling point will be increases. So, the difference between these boiling points is known as elevation of boiling point. And also the elevation of boiling point is related to the molecular weight of the solute, how much amount of solute will be added to the solvent which forms a solution. With respect to that, so we can get a relation between the delta TB and molality of the solution. So, molality of the solution already we discussed that. So, once again we repeat here the molality, the number of moles of solute is dissolved in 1 kg of solvent. The solvent should be expressed in terms of weight, that is a 1 kg. In that 1 kg, how many number of solute particles are dissolved? So, that is indicated with the concentration of that solution, that is expressed in terms of molality. So, therefore, the elevation of boiling point is directly proportional to the molality of the solution. So, that means the determination of molecular weight by elevation of boiling point. So, the elevation of boiling point can be determined with the help of applying concept of colligative properties, right. So, the boiling point of elevation is directly proportional to the molality of the solution, as we discussed that. So, molality is the number of moles of solute is dissolved in 1 kg of solvent. So, take 1 kg of solvent, then we have to add some little bit amount of non-volatile solute which forms a solution. That solution boiling point will be increases. So, that compared to the pure solvent. So, that how much of boiling point is elevated, that is related to the, that means it is directly proportional to the number of moles of solute particles. So, that concentration will be expressed in terms of molality. So, therefore, delta KTB is directly proportional to m, then we have to remove that proportionality with some constant value. So, here that constant may be denoted with Kb. Kb is the proportionality constant. In case of boiling point, it is also known as ebullioscopic constant. So, Kb is the ebullioscopic constant which can be applied for elevation of boiling point liquid solutions. So, then here molality m is equals to number of moles of solute divided by mass of solvent in kgs, mass of solvent in kgs. So, that is denoted with Nb by Wa in grams. Therefore, Nb is equals to number of moles, how we find out means, so number of moles of solute can be defined with weight of solute divided by its molecular weight. So, whatever is the solute we are considering. So, for example, so ethyl alcohol is mixed with water. So, means a little bit amount of ethyl alcohol is mixed with water, means ethyl alcohol is treated as solute, it has some molecular weight. How much amount of ethyl alcohol is added to the water? So, that weight of that solution divided by molar mass of that substance. So, that is number of moles of solute, and capital Wb is mass of solute. So, then so mass of solvent is Wa. So, therefore, Ma means that is the molar mass of this solute, that can be defined with the help of this following formula, Kb into W divided by delta Tb into Wa, that is multiplied with 100. So, that can give the molar mass of solute with the help of elevation of boiling point. So, this is the one of the colligative property. So, that is expressed with respect to the boiling point of the liquid. So, one more will be there. So, whenever a liquid is converted into the solid, liquid is converted into the solid. So, previously we discussed that liquid is converted into the vapors, that is denoted with the boiling point. But when the liquid is converted into the solid, that means freezes into solid. So, at what temperature the liquid is converted into the solid, that particular temperature is known as freezing point of the liquid. So, therefore, one of the colligative property, that is the depression in freezing point. So, how the freezing point of the solution will be decreases compared to the pure solvent. So, with the help of that we can get a depression in the freezing point, and here in this case also the molar mass of the solute can be determined with the help of applying colligative property concept, right. So, as I said, the temperature at which vapor pressure of the solid phase is equal with vapor pressure of the liquid phase. So, that means liquid phase means the molecules which are exhibiting pressure or exerting pressure is known as vapor phase, vapor pressure of the liquid solution, and the temperature at which vapor pressure of the solid phase and liquid phase of solution becomes equal is known as freezing point of the solution. So, once as we decreasing the temperature, if you consider any liquid, for example, water is a liquid. So, as water is observed at room temperature, that is 27 degrees centigrade. So, that can be reduced, the temperature can be reduced, means water will be converted into the ice. So, at what temperature? 0 degree centigrade. So, in the same case, a non-volatile solute is addition to the solvent. So, the solvent freezing point will be decreases. Therefore, a pure solvent freezing point is denoted with Tf and solution freezing point is denoted with T. The difference between these is known as depression in the freezing point. So, this depression in freezing point also as similarly expressed with the elevation of boiling point. The molar mass of the solute can be determined with the help of equation, and the depression in the freezing point is directly proportional to the molality of the solute, and that proportionality constant can be replaced with one constant, that is known as cryoscopic constant. So, where Kf is the cryoscopic constant. So, with the help of that Kf, the molar mass of this solute can be determined. The molar mass of solute can be determined. So, conclusions. So, as we discussed the various colligative properties, in which one of the colligative property is the lowering of vapor pressure, and which has similar relative lowering of vapor pressure, and elevation of boiling point and depression in freezing point. So, the lowering of vapor pressure and relative lowering of vapor pressure as a colligative properties. So, the Raoult's law, relative lowering of vapor pressure of the solution is equal to the mole fraction of the solute, and also the determination of molecular weight of solute by applying Raoult's law. So, then coming to the part of boiling point. So, the relation between the lowering of vapor pressure and elevation of boiling point of the solution was discussed, and elevation of boiling point, and one more Clausius-Clapeyron equation will be there. So, whenever we are going to discuss about the vapor pressure of the liquids, how these vapor pressures are related with the temperature. So, that relation between the vapor pressure and temperature of the liquid, that can be explained with the help of Clapeyron-Clausius equation. So, that Clapeyron-Clausius equation is ln P2 by P1 is equals to delta H vaporization by T of 1 by T1 minus 1 by T2, and also so the freezing point of the solution also discussed. So, then in overall the molecular weight of solute, non-volatile solute, that can be measured with the help of application of lowering of vapor pressure concept, as well as elevation of boiling point and depression in freezing point concepts to the solutions. So, this is the colligative property, and 3 properties have been discussed for the solutions.